afternoon. I want to just share some press releases from the government that came out last week. And many of you may already be aware of these new procedures that are going in place. However, I realize some people do not know, and so I wanted to do a quick video. Well, my videos are never quick. I think the last one I did a few minutes ago was probably the quickest. But in any case, I wanted to formally do a video on these press releases so that you, the public, can be notified, for those of you who do not keep up with the regular news sources, and be aware of what's going on in the Cayman Islands, because many of you live here, many of you work here, and you have no clue if it's not about a certain topic. Now, there are some other topics that I do not necessarily go into. Note the topic of the title of my pages, Legal Talk with Patricia Bryan. So there may be some topics that I don't get into unless I feel there's a legal or lawful meaning behind it. We have a lot of other news sources, the Compass, Cayman Mara Road, Radio Cayman, reputable. There's two other Black Box. There's a few other sources that are notable, Caymanian Times. There's another great one that just came online. I can't remember that name, sorry guys. But for those of you who don't keep up with those things. So the first one I'm going to read was released on the 13th of May. RCIPS announces the phased implementation of body-worn cameras for frontline police officers. That means police officers that are on the front line. Those are the police officers you see and deal with every day on the street, or come to answer police reports and that sort of thing. You should expect them to be wearing body cameras, and that should be taking place effective. I'm going to just read the release. Oh, it's very long, but anyway. The Royal Cayman Islands Police Service, RCIPS, is pleased to announce the impending implementation of body-worn cameras. I don't know why they put all these big words and expect the public to, everyone in the public to understand. But anyway, they're putting in place body-worn cameras, BWC, for all frontline operational or officers, all frontline police officers, as I just explained, by July 31st, 2026. So that's by July 31st, the end of July 2026, you should expect to see many of the regular officers wearing body cameras. I would go as far as to say, as if an officer approaches you, regardless of what, if it's not in a pleasant hello, just saying hi manner, I would even go as far as to say, officer, are you wearing a body cam, and could you have it on please to record this interaction? That's not legal advice, that's just something I would do. And usually the body cameras are right here, so you should be seeing them, they should be visible. Okay, so going on to read the release. It says, this milestone marks a significant step in the organization's ongoing commitment to transparency, accountability, and creating a modern police service. The rollout follows a successful pilot phase that was tested over a 2-year period, meaning they had some here and there officers wearing body cameras, and they were testing it out to see how it goes. But really no reason to test body cameras. Body cameras are body cameras, right? But anyway, we appreciate that they tried to test it out and make sure everything was working properly and going smoothly before actually putting everything in place. So thumbs up to the police commissioner and his fellow officers for that. The rollout follows, okay, I just read that, which was specific to internal change management, whatever that means. I don't want to get too technical, but I'm trying to read everything so you guys can understand. Review of judicial pathways, that means they've been checking everything legally to make sure they're all in compliance when they put these out there, and hopefully there won't be any backlash or pushback or anything legal, that may come up against them doing so. And requirements to future-proof the RCIPS. My guess is that means that they were just, doing their thing in order to make sure everything was running smoothly. All of their T's were crossed and their I's were dotted or are dotted. And when they put these out there and the officers wear these, that everything will go smoothly, nothing will come back to bite them as far as possible. And so, you know, we've seen in the news that RCIPS have been getting a lot of lawsuits. There's been thousands of complaints. We heard the commissioner give some statistics, and his crew give some statistics some weeks ago. And of course, very important, I posted on my page this morning, they are going to start their community meetings around Grand Cayman and Cayman Brac for the public. It's not just for Caymanians, it's for the public, anyone that's accessible to the islands. I do believe they may be recording these sessions, but I'm sure they would love to see everyone show up in person to these meetings. And you can also express your concerns about these police body cameras. Okay, body worn cameras are designed, I'm just going to say body cameras are designed to provide an objective record of interactions between the police and the public. By capturing high-definition video and audio, these devices ensure that evidence is gathered accurately, thus further securing the integrity of investigations in the Cayman Islands and further increasing the likelihood of positive outcomes. So basically what they're saying, they're going to be wearing these cameras to record everything that, you know, in an interaction between police and the public, in order to, if anything ever comes up, that can be evidence, because of course we know video and auditory evidence is the best way to go in proving your case or writing things down. Did you document it? Right here, if you can see my little sign. And document also means auditory and video, or audio and video recordings. And so with everything else that's increasing in the Cayman Islands, this is a good move on the RCIPS. And that will help them to have positive outcomes when people file complaints or charges, or officers are brought up for investigations because of misconduct or whatever the case may be. And so the introduction of body cameras is a transformative moment for the RCIPS, says Superintendent Raj Williams. These fancy titles. This technology serves as a digital witness that protects both our officers and the community. Just as I said, by implementing strict guidance alongside this technology, we are ensuring it is used ethically, consistently, and in a manner that maintains public trust and confidence in policing for all involved. To ensure the effective use of this resource, the proposed framework will establish clear recording requirements for specific incidents, including arrests, searches, someone's calling me, including arrest, searches, and use of force encounters. That means when people complain that police have used force against them in their interactions. The RCIPS has also made a significant investment in instructor training, equipping a number of officers to deliver comprehensive training to frontline personnel across the service. So they're saying they've trained their officers pretty much in using these cameras and how to present themselves to answering incidents and situations in order to professionally and best effectively deal with members of the public and wearing these cameras. The RCIPS remains dedicated to improving its services to better protect and serve the people of the Cayman Islands. The implementation of body-worn cameras is a clear signal of our dedication to professionalism and our proactive approach to community safety. As part of our implementation, there have been several stakeholder engagement sessions. However, as we progress into the final stages of implementation, there will be engagement sessions hosted by the RCIPS with media, public, and external partners to ensure broader awareness and understanding. These engagement sessions will be announced at the appropriate time in the coming weeks, and those could likely be the community service meetings and other meetings that they're going to put in place. The phased implementation of body-worn cameras marks a pivotal advancement in our mission to deliver a modern, transparent, and accountable police service for the Cayman Islands, said Commissioner of Police Kurt Walton. This technology is not merely a tool for evidence gathering, it is a commitment to our officers and the public, not just the police officers, but to the public also, that every interaction is grounded in integrity and professional standards. By capturing an objective record of our work, we are strengthening the bond of trust between the RCIPS and the community we serve, ensuring that our judicial outcomes are supported by the excellent quality of digital evidence. My apologies. Now, that is the end of the release, but I want to say this. Some of you just like to listen to the video at the beginning or just read the title, and when something happens, you have no clue because you did not take advantage of all the media releases or video releases or whatever the case may be online to you. It is imperative, it is important for you to listen and watch videos all the way through if you need to stop and go back, whether mine's or someone else's or the news, to get all of the 411. That's information. That used to be 411 information when we had landlines, right? And so for you to get all of the information and be in the know. So you can't say you didn't know. You can't say that this was happening and this happened to you and nobody told me, right? There is a transparency in the world today with social media. It's free. And I once again applaud the RCIPS. I said in another video, my glasses are always sliding off my face because they're a little too big. If you see me keep touching them. Congratulations and thank you, RCIPS. This present administration, the government, the last administration, the government, who made sure that RCIPS got substantial amount of funding to put this in place. Next, we want to see the CCTV cameras all around, because many of you are talking about loss of privacy with CCTV cameras, but then when crimes are committed and we don't have any evidence out and people can't identify other people or identify how the crimes were committed or whatever, that's where CCTV cameras come in. So we want to see those online next, more than they are around the island already. And so Commissioner Walton, again, I want to thank you that you have finally put this in place. You finally had the funding. Officers use these cameras professionally as you are supposed to. Make sure they're charged and they're working. And let me tell you, I had a chance to experience a body camera interaction, and thank goodness it was there, because I'll leave it at that. So I'm telling you that they work very well, and I hope that you will pay attention. Again, my view is if you ever have an interaction with an officer, and it's not just every single police officer, make note of that. He's saying frontline officers. That means the officers that are generally the ones that come to deal with the public on a regular basis, or if you go in and have a complaint and you need to sit down with an officer, those would be the ones. If an officer is wearing a body camera, I would suggest that you ask if he's able to wear one. I don't want to be giving legal advice, but I'm telling you from my pro se personal knowledge that you can request that to happen if you feel that you need more than what is available to you. Okay, thank you very much for listening, watching. Please like, share, and follow this video, and I will see you in the next one.